Hello students, I am Dr. Rajendra Kumar Katte, Professor and Head, Department of Psychiatry, BIMS Belgavi. As all of you know, what is the definition of health? But the mental health can be conceptualized as a state of well-being where the individual realizes his or her abilities, can cope with normal stress and work productively and fruitfully. The abnormal behavior depends on the culture, country, state, gender, status, and others. For example, hugging and kissing openly is normal in the Western countries, but not here. A man should behave like a man, and a woman should behave like a woman, and not vice versa. What's a mental illness? It's a brain disorder affecting thinking, feeling, perception, memory, and judgment, which leads to altered behavior that causes distress to self and others, resulting in dysfunction in biological day to day activities, work, and relationships. Many people are not aware of the magnitude of the mental illness. This is a summary. Go through this. Mental illness does not choose its victim. Any king or any beggar can be affected. Now you might be wondering, who are the mental health workers? The team leader is a psychiatrist with diploma or MD degree in psychiatry. A clinical psychologist has MA or MSc in psychology with added MPhil degree in clinical psychology. A psychiatric social worker also should have MA or MSW with MPhil in psychiatric social work. Psychiatric nurses should have a minimum diploma in psychiatric nursing, and other staffs are ayas, ward wives, whom we call mausis and chachas. Look at the resources of the mental health services all over the globe. In some developed countries, there are enough mental health care workers, and in some countries, the number is far less than needs. Some African countries do not even have a psychiatrist at all. Now, there are many misconceptions of the etiology of the mental illness. Some people think that it's totally genetic. It may be true to a certain extent. Sins of the previous lives, not at all. Witchcraft or bad spirits, possession by ghosts or gods, somebody's curse, excessive and uncontrolled sex and masturbation. Stress, sometimes it may induce. Head injuries also may be one of the reasons. Alcohol may be the reasons for mental disorders. It is not at all contagious. Many people think that high intelligence is correlated with insanity. It has not been proved. There are some misconceptions about the patients also. They think they are dangerous, they can attack anybody, they have no shame. they are behaving willingly, or they feel they don't get paid, or they are extremely energetic. They don't need food nor sleep. They are sexually pervert. Madness increases according to the lunar cycles. Now there are a lot of misconceptions regarding treatment also. Some people feel there is no treatment at all. In some villages still feel that a marriage is the solution, but it is not so. Exorcism, faith healers are still existing. Religious methods are branding, tying them and beating them is kind of punishment. Witchcraft or bleeding, that is to let out the bad blood. Sometimes they used to give violent purges and emetics, or putting them in a swing and revolving at a high speed. Sometimes some people used to stone to them to death, or some countries used to sentence them to death, presuming them as a witches. Many people practiced drilling a hole in the skull so that the spirit can go outside. Isolation and chaining was a common practice even now in some mental hospitals. Then there was a revolution in the treatment of the mentally ill patients in 1795. A French physician, Dr. Philippe Pinel, who was in charge of jail and the mental asylum, who was the first one to unchain the mentally ill patients. Some people still feel that there is no treatment for the mentally ill. But look, what happens if they are not treated? There will be a lot of burden to the family and the society. There will be a lot of accidents and injuries, poor performance academically and occupationally, loss of productivity both occupationally and academically, disruption of relationship, divorces can take place, wandering and homeless mentally ill. Sexual abuse of the wandering mentally ill is very common, and their proneness to HIV and STD and pregnancy. They are also more prone for physical disorders. Now, what are the treatment modalities? They are ranged from biological to psychological or social. Biological means treating with the drugs or giving electroconvulsive therapy or in some cases psychosurgery. There are a lot of psychotherapies, cognitive behavior therapy, marital therapy, group therapy. Apart from we have got biofeedback also. After treatment, when the patient recovers, we also try rehabilitation, occupational therapy. Music therapy is also one of the therapies. Apart from this, we have got community outreach programs. These are the some photographs that I have taken when I was working in Malaysia. Even in India also, we do a lot of camps in the villages and in the school mental health programs. And we have established Mano Chaitanya clinics in all the talukas. Though we have progressed in science and in the research of the brain, and we have been more skillful in diagnosing and treating the mentally ill patients, still there are sporadic incidents of human rights violation of the mentally ill patients take place. Some of the examples are de-addiction centers in Bangalore, Chandigarh, in Mohali, where the inpatients were very ill treated. They were forced to drink urine so that they can be de-addicted. The worst thing of the tragedy that happened in Aravadi village of Tamil Nadu in 2013 or 2003, I suppose, where the still superstition is there that all the mentally ill patients are taken to a place where there is a dargah, and many people run private asylums. In one of such asylums, there are so many people were chained, and when the fire broke, all the caretakers ran away, and more than 20 people, mentally ill patients, were charged to death. Then the whole, not only the nation, the whole world actually shamed our department. Since then, Supreme Court has taken the personal responsibility of supervising all the institutes where the mentally ill patients are being taken care of, or all the de-addiction centers. Now, you might be wondering, psychiatry has any specialities or not? Subspecialties, what we call super specialties. We have general psychiatry, but other super specialties are hospital psychiatry, psychosomatic or consultation liaison psychiatry, forensic psychiatry, child and adolescent psychiatry, geriatric psychiatry, and de-addiction psychiatry. Human sexual medicine also is there, is a part of psychiatry only, which is not there in India, but in some Western countries. So this is all in a brief about the introduction of the psychiatry. Now, this is a homework for you during a lockdown vacation. Make short notes of the following and submit them once you resume your classes. Thank you.